Welcome everyone. This is the Supersensonic awareness meter produced by Christopher Hill in the 1970s. 1975 it says on here. You can see, of course, this was done by the famous Christopher Hills, who put together a whole bunch of these, which were basically pendulum charts that were just kind of blown up and put on a wood board. And this is not even really real wood. And you can see here, if we get in close, this is just a giant, like a piece of tape. It's a laminate structure, like you would laminate something. And you would then place this facing north and place your photograph on there. And then you'd use a pendulum to actually get the level of energy a particular person had. And this chart here talks about that. Let's go in for to see the different levels. So if your dials out someone at 241, represents 670, which is people like Einstein, Newton, Shakespeare. 216 is represents the level of genius. And you can see the other ones here of different levels depending upon when you put your particular witness on there. So it's a pendulum. And of course, you know, this falls into all these pseudo radionic type tools. So very unique, very rare. You probably never see one of these again. Now, there really is nothing to these boards. There's nothing with them. Let me bring it up here. This is the back of the board. So there's nothing. There's nothing in here. As I said, this isn't really even real wood. This is actually just one of those composite boards. And of course, anytime you use something like this, you always use Polaroids. That's what holds energy. Anything digital is worthless. And this is the kind of meter that they put on here. And this actually here is a magnet. This is just a plastic disc with this design on it. And it's similar to his pyramid-shaped design, except this one is round in nature. He has a square one that actually simulates pyramid-type energy. And this kind of pulls energy in this disc, and it's just plastic. Now, again, this is just a plastic disc as well that's underneath it. It looks like some sort of older type compass, which you would turn. And we're going to look at this and take it apart a little bit here so people can see this. This is just a screw. It's just a zinc screw. But this is magnetic. So we'll show you that as we see right here. You can see that that is magnetic. So that is a magnetic screw. I mean, it's not the screw itself, but the ring there. And this is just a plastic disc. And of course, here's the compass. It looks like they use some sort of compass here. I don't know if we can get a better kind of look at this. I don't know if they tried to disguise this or not. It looks like this is so old that it says made in Germany, and there's some other information on here. If we can turn it over and see anything better. Of course, that's glue on here. That is covering up most of this here. So it's just glued down. They may not have been trying to cover anything up. Got some sort of logo here. But the main thing is you can see that it has this inner and outer number range here. And you'll see how this lines up here so the screw can go through it. Trying to get some better light here, but I'm not sure why you think this looks very similar to Hazel Parcells' energy meter. I don't know if she got it from them or they got it from her, judging the kind of level of energy that awareness that person has. Kind of looks a little like that. But this is a typical thing that was made back then, and this was quite, you got to remember, this was quite, let me get this back in here. This is quite advanced for the time. You got to remember, this is, you're talking about almost 50 years ago, and there all sorts of little tools came out, and I believe it was the University or College of Trees ran for quite some time. They eventually got into what was called heart math, which was another system, but he had a whole bunch of cool little tools and stuff that he offered for many, many years, and I carried them for many years, and they eventually stopped producing these because of the fact that it was just there wasn't much interest in it anymore. I always loved to carry these things, but they weren't publicizing it. There wasn't much information on it, and I'm assuming their sales were very much rock bottom at that time, so they discontinued making these. Haven't been made since probably 1975 here. And again, let's show you all that. We do have some pictures of this available for downloading on our website, on our PDF download. So if you want some pictures of this so that you maybe can copy it or do something for your own use, you certainly can get those at probably 50 cents or $1. That will be selling those on there. So you can download them and make kind of your own here. Maybe this gives you an idea. So what you would do is you'd put the picture there, and you would hold the pendulum over it, and then you would see the kind of energy that person has and how it swings in a particular direction. And then you would compare what that is to it's hard to do that while I'm on the camera here, but your pendulum will move to a particular number that you put here. I'm not entirely sure how this works 100%. I'm not sure if it's in his book or not, but it's a fun little chart, but it takes up a lot of space. I don't know why you'd possibly want to do that with the new radionic technologies. You can easily figure out someone's energetic awareness if you want to, but it's kind of cool. Well, what awareness is somebody at? What is the awareness that they actually have there? So what level are they at? And it's a good way to test somebody that way if you want to find out, where they're coming from and what level they're at. So it is an interesting little thing, and it is fascinating. And as I said, it's one of the few tools that he offers that actually has something active. As I said, this is a magnet. And this symbol here does draw energy into it. And of course, this is just to clarify the intensity of the energy. So it's quite a little fun tool. Hope you've enjoyed it. I've got many more of his plates I'm going to give detailed descriptions of and showing of them, and for prosperity. You'll never see this anywhere else. I hope you enjoyed it.